Hello and welcome to the Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Catters. With me today is my co-host. It's Jason Lewis. Jason, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. Thanks for inviting me around.
That's okay. That's
Been a few
okay.
years since I was last here, I think.
Not really years, more like a few months.
Oh, true.
Since my last barbecue.
Oh no.
Which is the same barbecue that you dropped your phone into a bucket of water.
Yes. Yeah.
And now it's a bit damaged, isn't it, your phone?
Well, it's been about 6 months later. And the only time I come round yours, Ben, is to have a few bits of alcohol, really, isn't it? I always get a bit merry when I'm round yours.
You do, generally, yeah.
And yeah, I thought it'd be a really smart idea to sit next to the ice bucket for the drink. Obviously, it was summer, so the ice melted into water.
Yes, as
Phone
it does.
fell out of my pocket. And
He's a scientist.
So it's common knowledge. I don't know if you know, but ice does melt into water. A bit of a surprise, really, to me.
Heard it here first, guys. Exclusive to the Sweet Connection. Ice melts into water during the summer.
Yeah, my phone fell in the water bucket for goodness knows how long. But luckily, I've got one of those iPhones which are apparently water resistant.
And is it though?
Fuck off, is it? No. My phone is completely fucked. I'm poor and I can't afford a new one. The worst thing is my power button's a little bit stuck. So every time I unlock my phone, it takes a screenshot. Every so often it locks itself. And the worst thing is, obviously, you know Snapchat. You're watching people's stories.
I'm aware of Snapchat.
And, if you screenshot someone's Snapchat, you obviously take a picture of it.
You get like a sort of notification.
Yeah.
Like Jason has Snapchatted.
Yeah. Or like Jason has screenshotted your Snap.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I've been on Facebook, not Facebook, Snapchat, and looking at people's stories, and then all of a sudden, my phone locks. I'm like, oh.
So you look like a massive creep.
And then I know it's going to happen. So my phone locks. I'm like, what do I do? A couple of times I've let my phone die before putting it back on just so it doesn't open again on Snapchat. But a couple of times I have some shot some people's stories.
I mean,
I'm trying to explain it after.
I mean, that was just the intro to the show and we're already 2 minutes in.
And that's me.
And that's Jason. He won't shut up for the whole episode. Anyway, I thought I'd open with some news. Obviously, we've moved into the new studio. I say studio in inverted commas, but we've moved up from my lounge, so we're going places.
It's a beautiful third bedroom.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like a man cave in a way, has a pool table, has a keyboard that I played for about 3 months, and then I realised that music is bullshit. Music makes no sense, right?
I honestly
I don't understand, right, how some of the black keys on this keyboard can be both like G flat and F minor.
I don't understand what the letters are all about.
How could it be two things? It's a button. Anyway, hopefully by the time this episode goes out, we would have hit 300 downloads because we had a monumental set of downloads the other day, which has pushed us to the 300 mark. So I'd like to say happy day. And we've got some listeners from the USA.
Oh my god.
From Maryland. Yeah. So Jason, you've listened to the show, haven't you?
Yeah.
What do you think of the show?
I think it's really good.
Thank you.
I think the main thing with podcasts is that you don't want to look for anything too. I mean, obviously it's not music, is it? You want to look for a conversation between two people or more that are, quite funny.
You have just described a podcast.
Yeah, there you go. See, sold.
You are
salesman.
You are overqualified to be on the show, Jason. But anyway, you've been on Felixstowe Radio before, haven't you? So you have got a little bit of experience with broadcasting. He's a seasoned broadcaster.
I'm a little bit of a local celebrity.
Yeah.
If you ask anyone around here.
My
mum.
Your mum.
My wife.
Even that.
I'm a bit of a local celebrity.
So, how was Felixstowe Radio? What were you on Felixstowe Radio?
I was on Felixstowe Radio, just talking about the property market because, as you know, Ben, I'm an estate agent.
Estate agent.
Don't boo me.
You are one of the worst people.
Well, you say that, and I say that the worst people
you are up there.
That,
you are up there with traffic wardens, mate,
I feel like estate agents have sort of gone down in the pecking order of if you see them on the streets spitting them.
Yeah.
And I think
who is top of that order? Oh, solicitors
are up there.
Yeah, definitely. They are. Yeah.
And I think bankers, because it rhymes with wankers.
Yep.
And
correct.
Politicians.
Yeah.
But the worst
traffic
type
wardens?
of estate agent is. It is me. No, it is online estate agents. They're the real fuckers.
Shall we post this podcast on your company Facebook page?
I'll not put it on there now. No, you're not going over to my 400 followers that I have on my Facebook page.
Got 400 followers.
397. And when I took over the page,
that is 497 new listeners to this show, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, hopefully, my mum will listen. You know that much. That's fine.
Will she?
Well, I'll tell her to.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's not swear too much then. If you're
hi, mummy.
Hello, Jason's mum. Email in if you want.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The sweet connection at outlook.com. How did Jason do? Please tell us.
She knows how to use emails, to be honest. Okay. But Felix No Radio.
Then what chance has she got to finding a podcast?
Well, if she sees you at Morrison's, I'm sure she'll tell you how I done, mate. That's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah. What you saying?
Felix No Radio. Yeah. I was on there to talk about Felixstowe because I love Felixstowe and I sell houses in Felixstowe, and that's about it, really. Talk about the housing market. I'm pretty sure the presenter of that was, being a bit flirty with me if you've listened to it.
Was it he or a she?
It was a he.
It was a he?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you like being flirted with?
Yeah, back then. Yeah.
Would you rather I be flirty with you at the moment, or...?
Well, you had done before, so there's no change.
Have I?
Yeah.
I do not recall that.
Wow. You were drunk at the time.
Was I?
Yeah.
Drunk and unconscious.
It's the best way.
It's the best way to be gay. And
oh no. Oh no.
That'll be the episode title.
Is that a bit out there? That's a bit far.
All right. Now, you recently got married.
I did.
I went to your wedding.
You did?
Why don't you speak into the microphone as opposed to...
I'm moving the dog again.
As opposed to 2 feet away from the microphone. You're a seasoned broadcaster. You should know this. Anyway, you're married.
Yes.
You're the first person of my friendship group to get married.
Probably the last.
I'm certainly not. But is it weird now that you're married and you're almost like a proper adult?
Almost like a proper adult.
I say almost.
I still wear nappies, but other than that, everything else is fine.
I still occasionally shit myself.
Yeah. No, it's really good, to be fair. I've got someone to share my life with, and it's really lovely.
Hello, Jason's wife. If you're listening, which you're definitely not.
She probably won't. She doesn't watch my videos, so
she
doesn't. She thinks they're too cringy. I don't understand why. No, it's really nice. Is it different? It's not really to just being in a normal relationship.
That's what I keep telling my girlfriend. And it's the reason why I don't want to, because what does it change?
I mean, you own a home with your girlfriend, so you're tied with her anyway.
Exactly.
But, obviously she has my name, which is, historically in history is a really nice thing to share, I guess. I wouldn't really want my name, but she wanted it. I
have offered to pay for Laura to change her last name to my name without actually marrying her, and that didn't go down very well. Funnily enough,
my now auntie and uncle-in-law, they've done that. They just changed she just changed her last name to their last name, and then they had a massive party just before I knew them, unfortunately, so I'm uninvited.
Before you knew your auntie.
No, this is my wife's auntie.
Oh, okay. Before you knew your own auntie.
Before I knew my own auntie.
Like you were
like
excluded from all family gatherings.
Yeah, they changed their last name and had a pretty much like what I call a mock ceremony, and it was, looking at the videos, it was very nice. And then they did get married last year, but yeah. So, why don't you do that? It's an excuse for a party.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure that I'd want a big wedding anyway. I'm more going towards going abroad, possibly bringing 2 friends to be witnesses.
I'm not on that list, am I?
You are so far down that list. A lot of my friends would have to die before I invite you to my wedding.
Tell me who, and I'll make it happen.
Because you'll do something on the day. You'll be like the fucking...
I won't turn up. That'll be the problem. I'll just message you saying, sorry, Ben, something's come up. So.
We need 2 witnesses. We now can't get married.
That would be me.
You push Laura into the pool.
The
video. You'd be the guy who's the fucking ring bearer, and you'd trip and you'd knock Laura into the pool. And I'd be
I'd be the vicar, let's be honest.
You'd be the vicar. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay. You can come to my wedding if you get ordained and become a minister.
I'm not losing my foreskin.
Be a celibate. You don't have to lose your foreskin to be a vicar. Okay.
Circumcised, that's the word.
That's all. No, that's being Jewish, not a vicar. You've got that really mixed up. I'm not going to edit that out.
Apologies.
That's going in. That's going in the show. Anyway,
I mean, the problem is you've had quite smart people as your guests, and now you've got me. You've really messed up there. You've really messed up.
You are my fifth choice person to be on this show.
Honestly, top 5 is what I go for in life, to be honest.
That's all right, isn't it?
Perfect.
Yeah. Top 5.
So I'm just eating a Jaffa cake.
That's fine, as am I. And having a very nice cup of tea. This is the first time we've A, been in this studio, and B, had a cup of tea and a Jaffa cake whilst recording the show. Usually we have like a pint of ice cold water. But I say that the tea is going down very well.
Groundbreaking. That's me for you.
Well, anyway. I saw on the news the other day.
Okay.
There's this guy called the French Spiderman. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of the Spider-Man.
Have you heard of the French Spiderman?
I imagine it's Spider-Man, but in French.
Except he's real. He's not a character.
Oh,
anyway,
he
he is a climber. He's a free climber.
Does he live with his mum?
Rather than doing rock climbing with ropes, he climbs buildings with no ropes.
Oh, God.
He puts chalk on his hands and he climbs buildings. And he climbs really tall buildings, like the Purge Khalifa. You know the world's tallest building?
Yeah.
That's 818 metres tall. He climbed that with no ropes.
Bloody hell.
He's a fucking nutter. He's climbed literally like every single tall building in the world.
How do you do it? Because as you look at buildings, they're not really obviously like a typical house.
Yeah,
you've got the bricks where you can sort of do it.
I assume that he only picks the buildings that he can climb, as opposed to like sheer glass.
Oh, that'd be a nightmare. Him trying to climb a shard or something, and it's just pure glass goes straight down.
and he's just slipping down. No, he picks buildings which he can get some kind of grip on, like her window ledges, and like he's a fucking nutter.
Yeah,
and he's climbed all of these buildings. Anyway, he teamed up with a rum company called Dead Fingers Rum.
Tasty.
And he climbed a very tall building in London. Obviously, he got the road closed. He got the police ambulance fire there, and he got fined like £5,500 British pounds. And might be going to prison because it sounds cool to do that, but also it wastes a lot of people's time. Because then you have to have the road closed. You then have to have like 4 police vans, 2 ambulances, and the fire brigade.
A trampoline as well.
And if you fell from the height of a building onto a trampoline, you'd probably end up at the same height that you were after you hit the trampoline.
I reckon so. It's alright, isn't it?
Well, how's that going to help?
Well, I don't know. You just see a cartoons, ain't going to get a big trampoline out and try and catch them. I don't really know.
Okay, life is not a cartoon.
Wow.
Even though he is the French Spider-Man, this is not a cartoon, alright? Anyway, he's a fucking nutter, and I love him. And he, also, by the way, he's 56.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That's an impressive man, isn't
That
it?
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
We're just sitting here, like, slightly overweight, eating Jaffa cakes.
I'm 23, and I feel like, I've got a jumper on. I was going to come in my slippers. That's how my life is going. Whereas he's in his 50s climbing buildings. I don't think I can climb a flight of stairs, to be honest, right now. And he's climbing buildings.
You said that while I was drinking my tea and I nearly choked. And now I've got my first burp on the show.
That's going in.
I'm very sorry about that.
That's definitely going in.
Shall I edit that out? Who knows?
No.
I'm not going to edit that out. Okay.
So when do I get paid for this?
You know what? Every person who comes on here thinks they're getting paid, right? You're not paid in money. You're paid in experience.
I mean, to be fair, if you pay me in tea, this tea is a winner.
I do love a good cup of tea.
Sweet Connections, sponsored by PG Tips.
I wish. I mean, thanks for saying that, but I'm not sure PG Tips will actually send me money for doing it. But
try hard enough.
Actually, or just like shout like random products, and hopefully they'll have to send us money. Okay, extra small, ripped for her pleasure.
Put them inside out. Then whose pleasure is it? Let's be honest.
Like that'd be uncomfortable, though, wouldn't it? Having all of those
I
ridges.
don't know. I can't answer that question, do I? Let's be honest. I don't know that.
Your mum's going to be listening to this.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Fair enough. Right. Have you seen the film The Purge? Are you aware of the film
I'm aware
The Purge?
of it. Have I seen them? I don't think so. I should know. I think I've seen like half of one, and I thought, nah.
Are you aware of the concept of The Purge?
Yeah.
So for one night of the year, all crime is lethal.
I have watched one. I watched the third one, I think.
The third one.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So for one night a year, all crime is legal. Okay, you can murder, you can rape, you can pillage, you can, park on a double yellow line.
Oh, Christ.
That's exactly what I'd do. I'd just park in, weird places. What are you going to do, arrest me? Anyway.
Well, not if it is, there's no traffic wardens.
No, but if the purge was real,
yes.
What would you do during that night? Would you be one of the psychopaths who, tools up for the rest of the year just for this one night, and you walk out of your house at the gong, or when it starts, and you've got 2 submachine guns and a machete and body armor? Or will you, hole up somewhere? Because you strike me as the sort of person who will just use that as an excuse to get all your rage out.
I don't know. I was talking about this actually a while ago, and I really don't know. I mean, I was when you have a conversation about zombie apocalypses and stuff, I fear I'd be the type of person that, I would be so scared I'd hide. I'd hide in my loft. I live in a flat now, so I don't have a loft. But I used to think, I'd hide in the loft. Be taped
to the ceiling.
Yeah, I used to think I'd hide in my loft. No one could get me there. And
Except if they come up the loft.
And then if worse comes to worse, I think I'd just kill myself. It's too much stress, really, isn't it?
Too much stress.
You know
so you just kill yourself before anyone else does.
The gong goes, nah, done. Because there's a lot of scary people about, and I don't think I have that anger in me. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Yeah. I'd probably do something stupid, as you said, park a double yellow line, or kick a bin over or something.
Or forget to lock your front door.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh God, did I lock the front door?
Yeah, exactly. I'll do something like that.
Just as you hear the footsteps of people walking up your stairs.
That'd be horrendous.
And a shotgun being loaded.
I mean, someone like you would go out and
no,
6 children or something.
I mean, no, okay. I do not agree with the murdering of children. Okay, let me get that out right here. But no, I'm quite a paranoid person anyway, so I'd be even more paranoid. What I would do, I would buy a shotgun, right? I'd buy a rocking chair, and I'd put my rocking chair, and I'd put my, of course you do, and I would put my rocking chair facing my front door, have the shotgun across my lap, and just rock, or just wait for someone. Just wait for someone to try and
see, that's
burgle the wrong house.
See, if I'd done that,
I'm not going out anywhere, but if someone comes in,
see, again, that's where I think it'd be too stressful.
I'm going to reenact Saw, alright?
It'd be too stressful for me, and I think, I can't be handling this. Just be like, look, just kill me now.
So you just kill yourself?
Yeah, I just can't. I don't think I can handle it very well, to be honest. I get very stressed out by the list of things, and I think if there's a country against each other for 24 hours, I would probably leave.
It's not 24 hours, it's just 12 hours.
Well,
that's fine.
Oh, that's fine then. I'll just kill my neighbour and be done with it. It pisses me off.
Wow, it's always great to say that on a podcast.
I better not actually say that. But I don't know. I think I'd hide and be a bit stressed out, or I'd do something stupid like Rob Morrison's.
Rob Morrison's.
Yeah.
Okay, so not actually rob money. You want to go to
rob food.
You want to go to their hot food section,
where it won't be on and it'll be cold.
It'll be cold.
Let's just steal a bunch of raw chicken.
Just take some raw chicken.
But then thinking about it, there'll be a lot of people in Morrison's for different reasons. So is it worth it?
I don't think Morrison's would be open. They'd probably be closed. Yeah, I reckon all business would be closed.
Let's be honest. You must be allowed to do that, just smash businesses up.
Has a car smashed you before?
A car hit me on the M25, right?
Yes.
We're coming to a standstill.
How fast were you going?
Standstill. I had my hazards on for a few seconds. There's no one behind me, so I turned it off. 30 seconds later, wallop into the back of me. This was in July. I'm still dealing with it now. And my insurance, or his insurance company, claims that he didn't touch me when my car had been written off. How'd you work that one out? How? And then my insurance company they're claiming against it, so you can't really do anything about it. So, well, come on.
So what's the solution to this? Or is there one?
Well, again, as I just said, not dealing with stress very well. I might just, run away for a little bit.
Just run away and hide.
Wait until go to the Winchester, wait for this all to blow over.
Have a nice cold pint. That's what we should do in the Purge. We should just break into a pub and then just board it up.
Our local's not that far away, is it? Let's be honest. End of the road.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the old Owl and Pussycat.
Done. Let's do it.
Done. Yeah.
What's the manager's name? Like Leanne or something.
I don't
Fuck
know.
you, Leanne.
Why are you saying that?
It's the Purge, isn't it? Do what I like.
It isn't the Purge now.
Just getting her ready for the Purge.
Fair enough. Alright, now, are you on WhatsApp?
Yes. I have a work group chat.
Right, I'm not
And a
on
football group chat.
I'm not on WhatsApp. I'm gonna go out and say that
Sorry, Grandad.
that on some of your WhatsApp groups, do you get sent some horrific videos?
No, because one of my group chat is 2 middle-aged women, myself, a guy my age, and another girl my age.
Okay.
So we're just talking about work. The football group
How
chat.
about the football one? Because
Football group
that's
chat,
going
you'd
to be
think so,
carnage,
wouldn't
isn't
you?
it? Yeah.
But we don't message each other until the day before a game, and then we message everyone else after the game, and that's about it. So,
Is that it? So you don't get sent any horrific videos?
Nah.
Okay, because
That's just ruined this topic for you, isn't it?
No, okay.
Oh.
But, because, I don't have WhatsApp, and my dad was trying to convince me to get it.
Your dad was?
My dad was.
Okay.
That's how far behind I am with technology. And then he showed me on WhatsApp a video of a man getting his testicles bitten by a crocodile.
Oh.
And I was like, Dad, this is exactly the reason why I don't want to be on WhatsApp. I don't want to have these videos sent to me. I see enough of these weird videos anyway because people show them to me who are my friends.
I mean, for starters, who's dumb enough to get, naked near a crocodile? And then who's also thick enough
I think it was done as a dare.
Well,
It wasn't done accidentally.
is this the Purge again?
No, we're not in the Purge. The Purge isn't real, alright? But anyway, he got his nads bitten by like a small crocodile. I saw a naked woman. Sounds good. But she went into the woods and she found loads of stinging nettles and she started rubbing like stinging nettles like up everywhere, mate.
Oh.
Every crevice. And she was like in her
Behind
mouth.
the knee.
Behind the knee. I mean, that isn't what I was thinking initially. But in every nook and cranny, she was putting stinger nettles. That was pretty horrific. I saw a man just get shot on the head. Just dead.
What?
Yeah, just
How do you sleep at night?
Sorry?
How do you sleep at night after watching stuff like that?
Usually I'm pretty coked up.
Because I remember, we talk about videos like that. I remember seeing a video caught. I must have been like 14 or something at the time, and it was a man putting his winky penis knob cock on a chopping board, and then just
I've seen the video.
just cutting it off. And I think about it at least once a week ever since, and I just think, what was going through his head? Where is he now? Is he still alive? And is he okay?
You just imagine you in bed with your like loving wife, and she turns to you, and you're just like sitting like bolt upright, awake, just like, Jason, what's the matter? Just like, nothing, dear. Nothing, dear. But like inside your head, it's just playing that video.
Is this man all right? I mean, what goes through people's minds when they do stuff like that? I just don't understand. Are they all right? Do they need a hug?
Was it fake?
Well, well, I hope it is. I never even thought of that. I hope it is.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel better.
You can finally sleep at night.
I can stop getting cancelled now. Can't I?
It's like fucking therapy, this show, for you, isn't it? We're just doing therapy.
Unleash.
I had a little bet on the squash recently, and I won £42 off a £5 stake. How about that?
£5?
Yeah.
Gosh, you're reckless.
I'm reckless with
I think the most expensive bet I ever done was £1. And that was on the Grand National.
I don't really...
Which one?
I don't really bet more than 20 quid at a time.
Nah, can't be dealing with that. Stresses me out. You know what I'm like with stress.
I think everyone who listens to the podcast knows what you're like with stress. Not very good. So, yeah, but, it's all about finding sports where the odds... Because, obviously, some fuckwit at the fucking betting shop just saw it was the world number 12 against the world number 37. Just like, I'll just give you these odds. Not realising that the world number 12 has been shit for a very long time. And the world number 33 is pretty good. And, I'm raking in the money.
Well, there we go. See?
It's my patented system.
Winner.
Right?
Winner.
Would you like squash tips? Email in. Right?
I'd like some squash tips.
Squash tips. All right. Always hit the ball with the bigger part of the racket.
I meant for betting, not squash.
Oh, okay.
I know how to play squash. I'll have you know.
When was the last time you played squash?
When was the last time I played squash? What year are we in now?
What year were you in?
2018, aren't we? Last time I played squash. Where was the last time I ran?
You boy!
Last time
What
I
year
ran
is this?
was 2009. So I think I played squash. No, I played squash. I played squash for a few years right 2012 to 2015. Then I retired.
That was your career.
That was my career. I funny enough, got
You had a gammy knee, didn't you?
No.
You could have turned pro.
McDonald's.
You could have turned pro, yeah.
Sweet Connection is sponsored by McDonald's.
Please send us money.
And food.
Yeah. Mostly food.
No, I played squash quite a bit. We'll go squash. I used to have a Brackenbury Sports Centre card where I got 30% off.
It's called a coastal card.
That's the one.
I've got one of them.
Mine expired 3 years ago, and I took out my wallet last week. So there you go.
Have you got any phobias? I mean, obviously stress. Obviously, God knows this episode we've figured out that you're pretty stressed about stress. But have you got any actual phobias?
Phobias?
Like, I'm talking like...
I used to be quite scared of water.
Right.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense. But, I mean, showers and baths are alright.
You're 70% water.
But, I'm scared
That's
of
why
myself.
you're so stressed, isn't it? Like, God, I'm water, Jesus.
I mean, I can't really swim, to be honest with you. So, the fear of drowning is very high. One time I went swimming with my cousin, and I was learning to swim. I was 19, so it wasn't that long. It was only 4 years ago.
So you couldn't swim at 19?
I can't swim at 23, to be honest with you. I swim a little bit, but not like the deep end. I can do the shallow end, where if I stand up, the water goes up to about my knees. That's fine. But
you just sort of panic, and then you just stand up, and it's like your waist. It's fine.
I was swimming with my cousin. He was sort of trying to teach me how to swim. He's in his 30s. And I was swimming across, and I got to the deep end, and I swam for at least like 5 meters. So by this stage, I'm, knackered. And I start going under, and I'm like, bobbing up and down, thinking, oh shit, this is the end. My cousin then comes to like lift me out of the water, but because my face was wet and I couldn't open my eyes, I didn't know whether I was out of the water or not properly. So I was pushing my cousin down, trying to get out of the water, even though I'm already out of the water. So from looking on.
Looking on.
Yeah. It looked like I was trying to drown my cousin because I was pushing him down under the water whilst like having my head free, just going, oh.
So you're at the police station.
So I'm at the police station.
And you're trying to explain to the officer.
Yeah. And I've just been released. So thanks for giving me my first job since coming out of prison. That's a lie. So that was my last proper experience of swimming, was trying to murder my cousin.
Fair enough. I mean, like, I wouldn't say that I'm claustrophobic, but like, I think I used to be claustrophobic as a kid.
Yeah, I think everyone was, weren't they?
I've not grown out of it. But I saw on TV something that I thought was weird. Like, it was a TV show about avalanches, right? And to simulate someone being caught in an avalanche, they buried this woman under like 2 tons of snow. Now that's scary enough, right? But also, I assumed that this experiment would be done in like a laboratory, where someone can just like flip a switch and then suddenly all of the snow's off her. But all they did was like fucking drag her into this forest, and then get 2 guys to shovel snow on top of her for like 45 minutes, alright? And then, as soon as she says like, okay, screw this, I'm done, okay, it had no quick release system, right? And then it's just these 2 guys like trying to dig it out of the snow. Obviously, if you're shoving a sharp snow shovel into the snow, you don't know if you're going to hit her. Where she was there, and I was just like, that's not an experiment, that's fucking torture. And I was like, I'm not doing that experiment.
I mean, the worst
that was not scientific, that was just a fucking just some guy. So you know what, let's bury that fucking presenter under 2 tons of snow and then get these 2 fucking random geezers just to like shut. And I was just like, I wouldn't do that in a million
hit him with a shovel.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
And it was really slow getting all that snow off her, right? So she's like panicking, okay, like I would probably panic a bit under that snow, right?
You know what would happen to me, wouldn't you?
What?
Stress. Just give up. Give up. Fight or flight? Nah, neither. Just give up.
Just give up. how are you still alive? Like, how?
I have a wife that looks after me. That's what happens.
If we were like in like caveman times, you did not survive.
I would be the first.
You'd be the first to go, wouldn't you?
Sacrifice to the gods. I
I
was like, nah, just do it to me. Can't be bothered.
You just walk out of the cave and be eaten by like a saber-toothed tiger, like instantly.
Cheers, guys. I'm off. Can't handle this.
Well, he's gone, but he's letting the harder people survive and then pass on to their offspring. So you're alive in this era.
Player.
You're alive in this era, Jason. Yeah. You'd be long dead. All right, we're going to do a little segment that I like to call Would You Rather. So let's just pause while I edit in the Would You Rather theme tune. I said pause. So
that's countdown. Sorry, copyright.
Can we just not talk for like 5 seconds so I can edit in the tune? So let's start from now.
A year with no ears, a life with no spleen. There's no option in between. Binary choice is what we're after. This part is called Would You Rather.
Okay, cool. So Jason.
Yes.
Would you rather have Tourettes or one leg?
Tourettes.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain? Or?
I'd rather you expand upon the answer.
Okay.
It's going to be a very short fucking segment, isn't it, Jason? Christ.
Tourettes, I think, apart from the comedy value for people around me, obviously I know it's a horrible sort of mental illness. Is it a mental illness?
It's a
mental,
tick. It's a
mental disorder, isn't it?
It's a very sophisticated tick.
Yeah. I feel like
a woman?
I feel like if you had Tourette, I've watched enough you watch enough videos and stuff. There's sort of like
it's funny to watch for 5 minutes. If you have to live with it, it is going to be horrific.
But there's ways to calming your ticks down in there. There's ways. Obviously, it takes a lot of mental strength and a lot of training, but you can get over it. And
I don't think you can get over it.
But you know what I mean? Not get over it, but deal with it, I guess.
I don't think you can.
But obviously, it's there and there. However,
I disagree with what you said.
If I have one leg, I can't,
play squash anymore.
I can't.
Would that stress you out?
You know what I mean?
What would stress you out more, having one leg or having Tourette's?
I feel like having Tourette's, to be honest. Actually, thinking about it, I don't know. No, I'd still go with.
Okay.
I would have
would
Tourette's.
You have a fake leg, or would you just go in like a wheelchair, like instantly?
I feel like I'd be the type of person that would have a fake leg.
Fake leg.
Fake leg.
Would?
Oh no! I'd go for one of those fancy
blades.
Yeah,
like
Blade Runner.
Yeah. Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, then if I have to shoot up my bathroom, I can get away with it.
Please don't shoot your wife in the bathroom with one leg.
Nah, I'd never do that.
No.
Don't have a gun.
They don't have a gun, no. That's the main reason, really. Hi, Cassie.
Love you.
Sorry about that.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Yeah, because honestly, Cassie, you are the one thing Jason has got going for himself. So please don't leave him.
I was going to have to move in with Ben. And I tried that for 2 years and he wouldn't let me move in.
That's so not going to happen. What I fear is that one day there must be a knock on the door. You'll answer and you have 2 suitcases in your hands.
Oh, I wouldn't even have 2 suitcases, Ben. I'd have one. Let's be honest. Probably not even one. I'll just turn up in my suit and be like, look, Ben, something's happened.
Or like a stick with one of those little sacks that hobos have in cartoons. You just be in your suit with one of them, and I'd look at you say, do you want to come in for a beer? And it's like, yes, I want to come in for a beer. And you wouldn't leave for 5 years.
I'd be that kind of person that's taking over your living room in my pants, playing
FIFA you wouldn't on my PlayStation. Pay rent or anything.
I'd give you 20 quid in there. Pretty good deal for you, I think.
20 quid?
You'd have a permanent guest for your show and a bit of income.
A permanent guest for my show?
Sorted.
You know what I hate, Jason? Is a gender reveal party. I think they're fucking stupid. They're the latest fad, right? Where you get a bunch of people together, you film it, and then you pop the balloon and it's got either blue or pink.
And between me and you and the 300 odd people listening is you get loads of presents, and birthdays and Christmases aren't enough, so we need another reason to have presents. So it was a really good party. We just had our family there.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Well, again, we just had family. You still haven't invited me to your future wedding, so I don't know if you saw the video, but
yes,
I was wearing
this is what I'm referring to.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was wearing a pink top and blue trousers, so I was going down the middle.
Was that intentional?
No, I only own blue trousers, so I couldn't wear anything else.
You're like
I
Homer
thought
Simpson.
it'd be a girl, and then I popped the balloon, and for a brief few seconds of my time, I thought it was white confetti, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's gender fluid.
It's oh no, I'm having a fucking paper as a baby.
I'm having a ghost.
Ooh. and then I realised it was blue, and I just cried. I'm crying a lot at the minute.
You are.
I don't know what's going on with me.
You're just crying through stress, aren't you, really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tearing up now, to be honest.
Please don't cry on the show. I'm going to edit that out.
Yeah.
Would you rather get punched by a gorilla or kicked by a horse? We're going to say also, I'm going to say that you're getting punched by the gorilla in the stomach and kicked by the horse on the back.
Oh, because they can break your back, couldn't they? But I was at a petting zoo once.
Both of them would fuck you right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was at a petting zoo once, and a donkey nearly went for a kid, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. A gorilla punching. Can a gorilla punch properly? Does it know the right technique, or does it just sort of like?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that its swing will be the perfect picture of technique.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, seeing as they are like 8 to 10 times stronger than a regular human, and they can bend steel, I reckon a punch from a gorilla would
even
probably
if it's just a swipe. It'd be quite painful.
I reckon if he punch you in the stomach, you are gonna probably rupture a few of your internal organs in your stomach.
Needs them. And then if a horse kicks you in the back, that's a broken spine, possibly paralyzed.
Not necessarily like a broken.
If it catches you in the right spot.
Okay, so let's say like upper back.
Okay.
I'd say that you probably wouldn't necessarily have a broken spine. I mean, you have a fat old bruise. You'd probably fracture some bones in your back. And also it depends if it's a Shetland pony or a Suffolk punch. Have you seen a Suffolk punch?
Fucking massive,
They are the tank of the horse world.
Do you know what?
Google Suffolk punch, all right, and they are like half horse, half fucking
gorilla.
Well, yeah, maybe.
I feel like I would. What would be the more entertaining story? I mean, people get hit by horses all the time, don't they?
No one gets punched by a gorilla.
No one gets punched by a gorilla, do they? So I feel like I could make more money being punched by a gorilla, and that's the only thing that matters, and it's making money at the end of the day. So I'm going to go with punched by a gorilla.
That's why you're an estate agent.
Yes, that's my final answer, Chris Tarrant.
Dun dun dun.
Or Jeremy Clarkson, as it is now.
Oh, what a prick. What would I go for?
He's got to be the gorilla.
Yeah, I think that's funnier.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I think it is funnier.
I mean,
people do get kicked in the horse.
If you're at the pub, like, oh guys, I got picked by a horse. People are like, we didn't hang around horses for you, pansy.
Yeah.
But if you're like, guys,
5 people in this pub have been kicked by horses.
But then if you're like,
no one's been sucker punched by a gorilla.
Guys, you would not believe what happened to me. I went to Colchester Zoo.
I've got it on Snapchat as well.
Yeah. I went to Colchester
Jason's
Zoo.
been doing screenshots of it.
Fell. Oh no. Probably. Yeah.
And you fell into the gorilla enclosure.
Yeah, and then they just sort of clotheslines you,
Have you seen some of the things on YouTube where there's like a big old silverback gorilla and he charges at the glass and he just like smashes the glass?
Oh,
so imagine that glass is your stomach and he comes in with this wild haymaker.
Just takes me down. Yeah, no, I'd go with the gorilla. It's more funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, more funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Better conversation starter as well, I think.
Conversation starter.
Yeah.
So,
oh god,
so you're
leaving the day I just have.
So you're leaving.
As you're like sort of being wheeled into hospital.
If you're single, right?
Yeah.
And you see a girl at the bar, and you go, "Hey, sweetheart, have a look at this bruise."
And it's just like a gorilla's hand.
Yeah, just like a perfect fist print of a gorilla.
And it says like Harambe was here. Joking, he's dead.
R.I.P. Yeah, he's so dead. So. Fair enough. I'm also going to have a new segment on the show that I like to call Verses. So again, let's pause while I edit in the Verses theme tune.
Ding ding, round fucking 2.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to name a few animals that are going to be pitted against each other. And we're going to argue who's going to win the fight.
Okay, alright.
So,
I love these.
Grizzly bear versus silverback gorilla.
Because they're quite similar.
Bears are bigger,
I
aren't
would
they?
go for a bear because it's
Yeah.
also got sharp teeth.
That's exactly.
However, if a gorilla, if we talk about the same gorilla that punched me the other day, Christ, you
He's
would
just
not
punched
believe
you.
what happened.
He's just punched you, and then he walks into a cage with a bear.
And then he's like, you know what? I've taken on that magnificent beast. I'm going to take on another one.
He's feeling pretty confident.
Yeah.
Because he's just taken on you. so he walks straight into the. Okay.
You go, fuck
All right.
this. I'm going into the woods. And he
So,
finds a
all
bear.
right. So bears are bigger.
Yeah.
Right. Bears are arguably they're stronger because they're bigger, even though a gorilla is probably stronger through its size.
Gorillas are quicker as well, I'd say.
Gorillas are bears
No?
are bears
Oh,
can
okay.
outrun horses sometimes.
But I feel like bears they can only run on 4 feet, can't they? You can't see a bear run on 2 feet. That'd be hilarious.
Correct, yeah.
But whereas a gorilla can go on all fours or run on 2 feet.
Yeah.
So I feel like a gorilla would be more agile.
Correct, yeah, more agile, yeah.
So if you
But
had
like-
to put them in like an enclosure, then
yeah.
I feel like the bear would win.
I
If you put
agree.
them out in the wild, I think a gorilla would win.
What? No. Alright, also bears have got like 5 7-inch claws on each hand as well. Gorillas
Right.
don't.
That's true. But if it's in the wild, a gorilla can, as I said, sort of like be like a crown. And go, come at me, bruv. And then whether it's in an enclosure, you're sort of like stuck. Like if it's in a
How would it make a difference it being in an enclosure to being in the
if
wild?
you think, for example, if you like on UFC, they're in a what is it? A hexagon?
Octagon.
Octagon? Close enough.
Hexagon.
Um,
You're such a manly man, Jason.
yeah. Whoa. There's nowhere to get out, so
They're
the bear
fighting in
would
a
sort of-
rhombus.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Dodecahedron.
No, Dodecahedron. Yeah.
If it's in a cage like that, they have nowhere to go. Whereas if it was in the woods, you could be agile and move in and out of trees. I think gorilla's
Yeah.
more agile.
Or
If it's in a
like
cage,
swing from a tree and land
Yeah,
on its back.
exactly.
Just choke it out.
like top
Yeah.
rope, sort of front
Top
flip.
rope.
Freddie Guerrero. That's not it, is it? Rey Mysterio.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie-
Who the fuck is Freddie Guerrero?
Oh, it's his brother.
It's his
He works in
brother.
insurance. No, if it's also it's the wrong one, isn't it? It's that one at the 619.
Rey
one.
Mysterio.
That's the one. Mysterious man.
Booyaka.
Mysterious man.
Yeah.
If the bear could do that for a tree. So I feel like if it's in a ring, I would go for a bear. If it's out in the open, I would go for a gorilla.
I mean, that makes no sense. I'm going bear in every situation because bears have got claws and teeth.
Well, give a gorilla a knife and,
The gorilla in life. Well,
he eats for a lifetime or something.
that's a
saying,
different
isn't
question.
it? Yeah.
Right? It's a different question. In fact, actually, that's actually the next question. A man with a knife versus a gorilla.
Oh.
All
Well,
right.
this funny story, Ben. One time I got punched by a gorilla and I
Okay.
had a penknife on me at the time and I still lost.
Okay, but this time you've got
It's an actual man.
no.
Oh,
It's it's you still, but you've got, let's say, a katana, a Japanese
Isn't that the app
sword.
on Android phones, isn't it?
A katana. A katana is the Japanese
If it's
sword.
me, I'd still go for a gorilla. Because
Okay.
you know what I'm like. I'd just be too stressed out and just chuck the knife at the gorilla and be like, here you go, do your best.
Okay, if it's a real man,
If it's a real man,
a
it
man
depends.
with a sword versus a gorilla.
Is he trained in using a sword?
No,
or-
he's just a regular man in a pub after a few pints.
Oh,
And he gets a sword.
interesting.
However, once you see like a 400-pound gorilla charge towards you,
I feel like you
That-
wouldn't be able to like time it right with a sword. If you know what I mean?
I think you get one swing,
Yeah.
and either you kill it with one swing, either cut its head off, or if you just injure it, it's already on you,
It's already got you, isn't
and
it?
it's already torn
It's
your
not
arm
going to
off,
stop and be like, you little bitch.
and it's already torn your arm
Yeah.
off and was beating you to death with
I
it.
would say gorilla every day.
Gorilla every
Gorilla
day.
every day.
Yeah, gorilla every day. That's a good one. How again? All right. How about a gorilla versus a leopard?
Oh,
They're all gorillas in this question.
interesting. Again, if it's in a ring,
I don't understand your obsession with
because
what the environment is.
there's nowhere to go. Whereas if you're in a wild, you could just run for 40 miles and lose him. That's my thinking.
That isn't a fight, though, Jason.
Well, that's my kind of fight. Run away.
Now,
I would. Go
there is a show, or there was a show called Animal Face Off, right?
right.
And they had
Is it on
this,
Bravo or something? I've never.
probably on Bravo or Spike or something, and they had this showdown, and the fight was ended by this massive gorilla doing like a karate chop on the leopard's spine and breaking it.
Ooh.
And I was just like,
Was it real or was it?
no,
Like...
it wasn't real. It didn't actually, no. It was like simulated. So,
Oh, okay.
so Okay,
CGI.
So like for the first half an hour, they test the strengths of each animal. So they'll get like a machine that can punch as hard as a gorilla, and they'll punch a car door in and think, "Oh, that's big." And they'll get like a sort of a leopard's mouth machine, then it'll crush like a coconut.
A baby.
Or a baby. Isn't that hard to eat a baby?
They've got a soft head, I know
and
that.
then they'll then like have like an animated showdown at the end. And it ended with this giant karate chop with this gorilla.
That's interesting.
Which I'm not sure would happen.
No,
I think
again,
leopards are so much faster though, aren't they?
So much faster.
They got
like,
claws and teeth.
He could tire him out, sort of like. I just had a vision of like a leopard sort of running loads of rings around a gorilla. Then the gorilla sort of like, ooh, and then like leaping at him.
It isn't a cartoon, Jason.
Well, I'm going to go for leopards in this one.
I'm going to go for leopard as
Depends on the leopard on the day. If he's in a good mood, I'll go for the leopard.
Depends for the leopard on the day. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end the show there.
Oh.
So, if you want more Sweet Connection in your life, you can find us on Podbean and iTunes and YouTube and Spotify. If you want to support the show, you can give us a rating on iTunes or Spotify. Thank you. Or you can recommend the show to a friend. That's a big help. Massive thank you to CIPP for all of our theme tunes that he created. Thank you for listening. And until next time, bye-bye.
See you later.